Hi, my name is Emeline. Today's video is about the Philippine literature. The Philippine literature withstood time and periods and has evolved through generations. For every period that passed, different genres appeared, and these literary works rooted from all regions reflecting their culture, society, and lifestyle. The literature of Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, collectively representing the diverse cultural tapestry of the Philippines, is rich and varied. Each region contributes unique narratives, folklore, and linguistic nuances that reflect the historical, social, and environmental context of the islands. Literature in Luzon encompasses a diverse range of genres and forms reflecting the rich cultural heritage of the Philippines' largest island.
Notable is the epic Biyag ni Lamang, an Ilocano literary masterpiece that narrates the adventures of the heroic Lamang. Let us discuss and analyze a movie from each of the three biggest islands in the Philippines. First, from Luzon. One example of a movie from Luzon is Himala. It is a 1982 film directed by Ishmael Bernal. It is widely considered one of the greatest Filipino films of all time. The film is set in the fictional barrio of Kupang, located in the province of Pampanga. The film revolves around Elsa, portrayed by Nora Honor, who claims herself as a miracle healer after seeing apparitions of the Virgin Mary. The narrative unfolds as the town transforms due to Elsa's alleged miraculous encounters. The theme outlines the poverty and the ignorance of the people in Kupang that caused the tragedy and the corruptions of the people's minds. In my perspective about this movie, it is only God who can perform miracle and no other creation who can do it, but only the sovereign God. Whenever we hold on to our faith, there is divine feeling of satisfaction whenever we accomplish something in relation to our faith that strengthens our bond with God. Himala remains important today because it talks about issues and still matters. The movie's ideas about struggles in society, how people use faith, and the consequences of believing in miracles can be connected to what we are. The movie's ideas about struggles in society, how people use faith, and the consequences of believing in miracles can be connected to what we see around us. It shows how individuals deal with tough times and how blindly following certain leaders can lead to problems. Even though the movie is from a specific time and place, its themes still make us think about our world today. Himala movie teaches us to be more aware of the challenges people endure and vulnerability that can lead to the exploitation of faith for economic and political gain. It also encourages us to appreciate the diversity of beliefs and practices while also recognizing the dangers of exploiting them for personal gain. Another movie from Visayas region is the Oro, Plata, Mata. The title means gold, silver, death, showing the contrast between wealth and the impact of war. This is a 1982 historical war drama film directed by Peque Galiaga that explored the complex tapestry of the Philippine society during World War II. Set in the Philippine island of Negros Occidental during World War II, tells the story of how two haciendero families cope with the changes brought about by the war. The Ojeda family living a life of wealth in their mansion, and the more modest family, the Lorenzos, showcasing the social hierarchy common in the Philippine society. The outbreak of World War II disrupts the lives of both families, shattering their illusions of privilege and leading to a re-evaluation of their values and relationships. The once privileged families are forced to confront harsh realities, including the loss of their homes and the collapse or disintegration of societal norms. The film emphasizes how war becomes a great equalizer, affecting both the rich and the poor. The Oro, Plata, Mata movie talked about rich and poor families during a war long time ago. Even though it's an old story, some things in the movie that make us think about today. How some people have more money while others have less. How tough times can change people and communities. The film's use of symbolism, such as butterflies, can make us think about changes and adaptability. Just like in the past, big disruptions like wars can affect everyone in different ways. The movie imparts several valuable lessons we can adopt and apply in our daily lives. This movie teaches us how war can destroy lives and society. It shows how people can lose their innocence and resort to primal instincts in time of conflict. It also emphasizes the impact of historical turmoil on human nature. The last but not the least is a notable movie from Mindanao. Its title, Thy Womb. It is a 2012 Filipino film directed by Brillante Mendoza. The movie explores the Bajau in the beautiful island of Tawi-Tawi in Mindanao. Starred by Nora Honor and Bembol Rocco, the story is about Shaleha, a Bajau wife who struggles to cope with the irony of her own infertility. Nora Honor's character tries to find a solution to have a child, showing the sacrifices people make for family. She makes efforts to find the right woman for her husband to bear a child. She finds ways to materialize it without violating their tradition. Pre-wedding arrangement is practiced by both parties wherein negotiators. She finds ways to materialize it without violating their tradition. Pre-wedding arrangement is practiced by both parties wherein negotiators are present to negotiate the conditions asked by a woman for her future husband. In Bajau culture, there are three stages in the pre-wedding arrangements. Although polygamy is allowed, it is very rare because it is not economically feasible. Nora Honor is undeniably our superstar. She is the master of her own career because she can choose or produce her roles. Her acting in this movie is simple yet effective in extracting emotions. The movie's visual style is raw and real. It captures the beauty and toughness of the island, making me feel part of the character's world. Thy Womb remains relevant today as it explores common challenges like infertility and the importance of understanding different cultures. The movie's themes of breaking stereotypes and making sacrifices for the family resonate with the present-day discussions on equality and resilience. This is a worth watching for. It indeed tells the reality of living, the different cultures as well as their way of living that was affected by things and events in their surroundings. The character portrayed by Nora Honor is very interesting for me. This is because it is very unusual to a wife go searching for another woman to be his husband's second wife for the sake of producing an offspring. Thy Womb teaches us the importance of understanding different cultures. This will help us overcome and prevent racial and ethnic divisions that could result in misunderstanding and sometimes violence. The undying love of a wife to her husband who is willing to sacrifice and the resilience needed to face difficult situations. Visayan literature is characterized by its distinct literary forms and expressions, contributing significantly to the overall cultural richness of the Philippines. One notable genre is the siday, a form of Visayan poetry often composed in the Kinaraya language. Siday explores themes of love, nature, and local customs, showcasing the poetic sensibilities of the Visayan people. Mindanao, the southernmost and second largest island in the Philippines, has a diverse and vibrant literary tradition that reflects the cultural tapestry of its various indigenous groups and communities. Its literature is deeply rooted in oral traditions, with a wealth of myths, legends, and epics passed down through generations. One of the significant literary contributions from Mindanao is the Darangan. An epic of the Maranao people. This narrative, often chanted or sung, portrays the cultural history, values, and heroism of the Maranao community. It serves as both entertainment and a means of preserving the rich heritage. One of the significant literary contributions from Mindanao is the Darangan, an epic of the Maranao people. This narrative, often chanted or sung, portrays the cultural history, values, and heroism of the Maranao community. It serves as both entertainment and a means of preserving the rich heritage.